Hello बच्चों. Okay, we shall do the some practical problem on the basis of financial statement. As in the previous class, I let you know about what is the meaning of financial statement, in which we just come to know that it is the positional and the income statement of a company, which include the different type of components. You know very well. The statement which includes trading and profit and loss account, and after that we prepare a financial balance sheet, right? So today we shall discuss on the similar topic by concerning some important basic questions, right? So let us see. The first of all, I would just like to just let you know about the some formulas. Practical problem. So these are the practical problems based on financial statement, right? For that we need first to know what is the formula for cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold. And the word cost of goods sold, you can in short form you can say COGS, by the name of COGS. COGS stand for cost of goods sold. For that we can use opening stock, right? Opening stock. Then after you can consider purchases plus all the direct expenses which incurred for doing the production. Opening stock, purchases, direct expense, and finally minus closing stock. By opting this formula, you can find out the cost of goods sold, and you know the difference between if you want to find out gross profit, and gross profit we can obtain by subtracting sales minus COGS, right? So if you want to find out the cost of gross profit, the sale minus cost of goods sold will give you sale by the cost of goods sold will give you gross profit, and vice versa according to the linear equation transposition method. We can obtain the sales, and for sales you can apply formula gross profit plus cost of goods sold, right? So this is the linear equation, and this is the formula that will help you to solve some small questions. I have some question. I will write on the question on board, and then after I will solve in front of you, so that you can understand how we can solve the questions, right? See, I have a question. Net sale which is 3 lakh rupees. Net sale 3 lakh, and gross profit equals to 25% on sales. And our question is to find out cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold means cost of production. Whatever the cost incurred while doing production, which is direct cost, which are concerned to the trading account. Here is a question that we want to find out that, right? So 25% of sale, when you find out the 25% of sale, ultimately you will get gross profit. So how we can do the solution? When we want to find out GP, the sales amount is 3 lakh and 25% of sale, this will give you gross profit. I mean to say 1/4, and 1/4 of this 75,000, and the GP for the firm in the concern of the question is 75,000, and as per our question we need to find COGS, cost of goods sold. I told you we can find out GP where we have a formula to find out GP, sales minus cost of goods sold, which means all direct expenses which incurred for doing production. The GP is already, we have 75,000. In place of this, we shall write down the figure 75,000. After that, sale is already provided here, 3 lakh minus COGS. And as per our concern for our question, we need to find COGS, cost of goods sold. And cost of goods sold, 3 lakh minus 75,000. And after deduction, you will get 2 lakh 25,000, the value of cost of goods sold. So it is the simplest way to find out and to solve this kind of small questions, right? Let us see another question. I have one more question for the same criteria. You can check and note down the question from here. For that, you can take a screenshot of the question. Now see another question on the basis of the same formula. In the question we have total purchase. The total amount of the raw material that we have purchased is 6,80,000. And the amount of the purchase which was returned to supplier and its value was 30,000. And the direct expenses, the expenses which incurred for doing the production, it was 70,000. These are the information in regard to the question that we shall solve here. Carries outward. You know the carries outward? I think this one is not, no? This one is not a direct expense. This expense is incurred for selling and distribution, administration, selling and distribution expenses, for sending your saleable product to your potential consumer or consumer where the consumer are residing. Carries outward rupees 15,000. And there is one important information: 3/4 of the goods sold, 3/4 of the goods sold are rupees 60,000. ये कह रहा है कि जितना आपने गुड्स सोल्ड किया था, 3/4 ऑफ द गुड्स सोल्ड इज 60,000. मतलब गुड्स सोल्ड आपने जो किया था, सेल किया था, इट मींस कि सेल्स नहीं है हमारे पास. So we can consider sales rupees X, and as per the given information, 3/4 of the goods sold, which is equal to 60,000. 3/4 of the goods sold is 60,000, which is 60,000 multiplied by 4/3. By calculation, you will obtain rupees 80,000, the amount of sale. Right? Let us use the remaining information which is here with us. 3/4 of the goods sold is 60,000, and we shall find out the net purchase. Net purchase equal to total purchase minus return. Whatever the amount of the purchase we have returned to the supplier, we shall deduct for obtaining net purchase. The total purchase 6,80,000 minus 30, and you will get the purchase 6,50,000. Now, as per the concern for the formula of COGS, opening stock, needed to use this formula or not? We have directly the amount of sales, no? And as per the question, we have to obtain gross profit. The question is to obtain gross profit. And the gross profit is what? Gross profit is equals to sales minus cost of goods sold. Sales minus cost of goods sold. So amount of the sale and the cost of goods sold. The cost of goods sold is here purchase and carries direct expenses, but we don't have opening stock. So let us find out the cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is equal to purchases, opening stock की place पे 0 and net purchase equal to 6,50,000 और plus में direct expense 70,000. The amount of cost of goods sold, this will give you 7,20,000. Now sale, when you subtract the amount of sale from cost of goods sold, cost of goods sold, so you will get a gross loss instead of gross profit. Because as per concern for the formula, gross profit equal to sale minus cost of goods sold, but the amount of sale is lesser than the GP. You will get gross loss here, which is equals to 6,40,000. It is the negative amount. So in this way we can find out the different questions. We can solve the different question by applying the formula. I may provide you the assignment sheet from where you can see the questions and solve the same. If you feel any kind of problem, you can send the question to me. That's all for today. Thank you so much.